Hello everyone, I am Dr. Janina Scarlett. Have you ever had one of those days when it feels like you just can't handle the world? That maybe if one more thing goes wrong, you will just scream or cry or collapse? Well, I'm having one of those days today. Actually, no, I'm having one of those weeks. Nope, month, year, lifetime. The truth is, I think I've felt this way most of my life. I think sometimes I do a good job of hiding it, and sometimes not so much. Well, the last year has been particularly difficult. I've been through a lot of changes, some of them excruciatingly painful. I went through a divorce. I had a family member that had attempted suicide on what ended up being the worst day of my life. And a good friend of mine was killed in a car accident. There were also some really amazing things that happened in the past year. I was able to accomplish my dream and write a book. I also found incredible strength and support in a lot of my friends, and I found the love of my life. And although this past year hasn't been easy, I've also realized that my heart has never quite been as open as it has been lately. And what I'm realizing is that although I'm feeling a lot more pain than I think I ever have in my whole life, I'm also more open to receiving care and support and compassion in a way that I never have before. And I had this thought, what if the pain that we experience, whether it's physical or emotional, what if that pain is necessary for us to start healing? I mean, think about it. When we burn our finger, we notice that sensation, and then once we're pulled away to safety, we're able to apply an ointment in order to allow it to heal. I think that our emotions work the same way. In order for us to mend our broken heart, we first have to grieve over a loss. And I think that sometimes what we mistake as unhelpful sensations, like depression and anxiety, might actually be the beginning of that healing. And what if I'm doing this video with my cats, by the way, to celebrate the fact that life is chaotic and cats happen. So I thought, what if the very things that we are trying to avoid, the very painful sensations we're trying not to feel, are actually there to remind us that we need to stop and listen to our bodies, that we need to pause and give ourselves an opportunity to heal. And maybe we can treat it as a symbol of the fact that we are worthy of love, of the fact that our heart is crying in pain and is ready for recovery. You know, in Japan, there's this ancient tradition that if a cup or a dish breaks, they would, rather than throwing it away, fill it with gold, which actually makes that piece of china more beautiful and more treasurable. What a beautiful metaphor for life. What if all of our heartbreaks are actually the very things that make us more beautiful? What if the very thing that you're most ashamed of, your hurts, your insecurities, your fears, are exactly what makes you beautiful and what makes you important? So I wanted to end this video with a wish for you to find the safety to open up your heart, with a wish for you to find the strength and courage in this incredibly difficult process, and also a wish that you would remember or one day recognize how incredibly courageous, loved, and beautiful you are. With very much love, I am Dr. Janina Scarlett of Superhero Therapy.